there, my name is Chloe Jarlick-Gerard, and I am a second-year Métis student at the University of Manitoba. I'm currently pursuing my Bachelor of Arts with a major in criminology and a minor in psychology. I nominated Alex for this award of Indigenous Excellence for a variety of reasons. I met Alex in my first year at the University of Manitoba in September. Alex was my peer mentor through the Indigenous Neechiwaken Peer Mentorship Program. And here she was able to give me a variety of resources to guide me through my first year. So going through your first year is honestly a time that can be really confusing and really hard. And Alex was able to make it as seamless as a transition as possible for myself. So in doing that, she was able to provide me with resources, whether it be places to study or just simply how to get around campus, because going from a small high school to a giant campus with tons of different buildings can sometimes be a bit complicated. Other than that, she was also able to give me some really helpful study tips, because again, studying in high school is a lot different than studying in university. So aside from the work that Alex and I have done together, I've also been able to witness some of the amazing work that Alex has been able to do with her faculty. So that's in the Faculty of Law. So here, Alex was able to work with the National Indigenous Law Students Association, where she organizes an annual Students' Day at the Indigenous Bar Association Conference, which is held specifically for Indigenous lawyers. They're also meeting with law schools across Canada to address concerns and challenges facing Indigenous students. So aside from that, Alex is also the president of the mental health group at the Faculty of Law on campus, where they work together to eliminate the stigma associated with mental illness and providing resources to individuals in order to better support them. So through all of these, I've been able to see Alex's amazing work that she does on campus, even amidst in her busy schedule. And it's just really amazing to see, because going to school and being a student, and never mind being a law student, is really hard, and there's a lot of work involved in it. But you can see through Alex's extracurricular work that she's somebody who's really dedicated to not only her own success, but also the success of Indigenous students and all students around her. So for those reasons, I nominated Alex for the Indigenous Award of Excellence. So with that, Alex, I do have a question for you. So what would you say motivates you to create a more inclusive environment for students, faculty, and staff at the university?
I just want to thank you, Chloe, so much for your nomination. And I'm happy to hear that I've had a positive influence on your time at the university. And I know you're also doing some amazing things, which I'm very proud and happy to hear. So in answer to your question, I think I'm mostly motivated by wanting to eliminate the racism and discrimination that exists in our society and within our education system. I think education should be accessible to all students. And as Indigenous students, we face so many barriers that prevent us from reaching our full potential and being successful. I want to be part of making education more inclusive and accessible to all. And I think one of the ways we can do this is by working to eliminate this racism and discrimination, as well as the stigmatization that so many Indigenous students and Indigenous people face.
Thank you so much. So to kind of build on that and to build on what I mentioned about yourself, what growth have you seen take place on campus, and how do you see the work that you've done contribute to further growth at the university?
That's a great question, Chloe. I think, meaningful change, you have to see growth, right, in order to really see the impact it's had. I'm going to focus a bit on the Faculty of Law, just because that's where I'm currently in. So for us, in the past couple years, we've been successful in getting an Indigenous liaison officer at the Faculty of Law, which is something that we did not have before. We've also been working to have mandatory Indigenous content for the first-year students, and that's in accordance with the TRC recommendations. And we've also had one of our professors become a full professor, and she's the only Indigenous professor at the University of Manitoba within the Faculty of Law. So we are very excited to have her become a full professor.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear the steps that you've been able to take with the Faculty of Law in including more Indigenous resources in the faculty.
And I just want to say that I am very honored and humbled to have received this award. And I also know that my hard work and contributions would not be possible without the support and assistance of my colleagues and friends. I want to thank Chloe, first of all, for her nomination, and I want to thank all my colleagues at the Faculty of Law, and especially my Indigenous colleagues who work side by side with me in making all these positive changes. So I just want to thank everyone who supports me along the way.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you, Chloe.